Okay, today in algebra we're doing 2-5 literal equations and formulas. So a literal equation has two or more variables. An example, y equals 2x minus 4. This is an equation of a line. We use it all the time. So what you're going to be doing in your homework is solve each equation for y, then find y. So we have the equation 2x plus 4y equals 8, x equals negative 2, 1, and 3. So if we're solving for y, again we leave our variable term alone. We have to get rid of everything on that side, so that means we are moving the 2x. And then we would have 4y equals negative 2x plus 8. So now we want to get our variable by itself. Divide both sides by 4, and since there's two terms over here, each term gets divided by 4. Or you were practicing the other day of separating up if you had the negative 2x plus 8 all over 4 of breaking it up. Either way, this just saves you a step if you write it underneath each. So 4 over 4 is 1y. Negative 2/4 simplifies to negative 1/2. And 8/4 simplifies to 2. So I get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Now we have solved for y. And now we have to find x when it's negative 2. So all I'm doing is taking the equation, substituting negative 2 in. So that would give me y equals negative times negative would be positive 2 over 2, which is 1 plus 2. So my y would equal 3. When I put in 1, I would get y equals negative 1/2 plus, and I can't add 2 to that because it's not a common denominator. 2 is over 1. So this is 4/2 because I'd multiply top and bottom by 2. You always want to multiply by 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3/2. So you could leave it in that form or say y equals my 1 and 1/2. When I substitute 3 in, I again multiply, so I get a negative 3/2. My 2 again would be the 4/2, so 4 minus 3 is 1/2. So y is equal to 1/2, and I found my x values, found my y values when x was negative 2, 1, and 3. The other type of literal equations you're going to be seeing in here are formulas. You already know these formulas. Perimeter is equal to 2 lengths plus 2 widths, and that's your perimeter of a rectangle. C equals 2 pi r. It's your circumference of a circle. A equals length times width. That's your area of a rectangle. A equals 1/2 b times h. Base times height. That's your area of a triangle. A equals pi r squared. Area of a circle. D equals r times t. That's your distance traveled. Distance equals rate times time. R stands for rate, t for time. Should be the only one of those you don't know, the variables. C equals 5/9 F minus 32. That's converting Fahrenheit, which is your F, to Celsius C. So what they'll do is give you an equation, a formula, and you have to solve for a variable. You solve for a variable when it's all variables, just like you would when you had numbers and variables. So we're solving for h, so I'm leaving this alone. That's my variable term. So I have to get rid of 1/3. So I do that by multiplying by 3. because it's 1 divided by 3, so cancel your division with multiplication. So now I have 3v equals pi radius squared times height. Again, we're still trying to get h by itself, so I need to get rid of pi times r squared times h, so I do divided by. Again, I can take both of these at the same time, or I could do them one at a time. It's up to you. But you have to divide by pi to cancel the pi. You have to divide by r squared to cancel the r squared. So once I do that, h is by itself. 3 times v divided by pi r squared is equal to my h. And we have solved that equation for h. If you had another type of equation, mx plus nx equals p, sometimes when we're solving problems we end up with equations that look like this, and we're solving for x this time. There's 2 x's in the problem, so they're like terms, so we can add m plus n, put it next to the x, or you can think about it as factoring the x out and putting your remainder. So you've taken the x away, you're left with m plus, taken the x away, n. So you could write it either way, either as adding like terms or reverse distributive property. So now that I have in parentheses a number, m plus n, times x, and I'm solving for x, I have to get rid of the m plus n. So it was multiplied by x, so I have to divide both sides by m plus n. On this side, this cancels, leaves me with x. On the right side, I have p divided by n plus m. Those are some examples of problems you'll be hitting in your homework.